Yes, Chris, Mike Murdock, Bozard, Lincoln. Thank you for your patience. I got a little busy and I apologize for not getting a video the other day. I tried to send you a link a few minutes ago, but hopefully make it by tomorrow. The selection's dwindling a little bit on the nicer packages, and if you would consider the Infinite Black Metallic with the Ebony interior, the Reserve package, so with this new body design, a little nicer, more pronounced grille. They call that the dispersed Lincoln Star grille, which I like on the Reserve. A little has a little nicer look to the car. You also have the upgraded headlamps, the HID LED lamps, which will give you a better visibility at night. It's got the adaptive pixels, so on low speeds it's going to cast the beam wider, and on low beam you've got a lot better projection down the road. Excuse me. You do have the Lincoln Copilot 360 camera system, so cameras under each side mirror and under the front Lincoln logo. You also have the remote start and the auto climate, so you can tie in the heated and cooled seats. I do like still the single LED look with that dual exhaust, especially with the black. And we do offer window tint if you would like to tint the vehicle, tint these front windows to match. Quick overview of the Ebony interior. Sorry, my bad. The Reserve gives you the perforated leather with the heated cooled seats, 5 active drive modes. I'll kind of show you the new layout on the larger 14-inch screen. And you do have the adaptive cruise, and then reclining seats with a nice armrest with cup holders, rear vents, rear connection for your phone. And then jumping over here real quick, mileage is about 3,200, and so we have extra discounts, which on this vehicle would give you probably looking at additional $2,000 on top of the $1,900 advertised on the website. But I think you'll like the new upgraded layout for the driver, so you can have as little or as much info as you'd like. So I can have less information, or if you want to have more info, you can either have your speedometer in the middle, if you like that layout, or I can just go to my toggle switch on my settings, and if I want to add the tachometer, I can put that on there. See my RPM gauge, which is kind of cool when I use my active drive modes. It's going to give you your display here for normal, effortless, and balanced, slippery, or conserve. And then excite is kind of the responsive and engaging, the high performance. And your adaptive cruise sets up, so I can actually, the switches are actually behind now, back here, so I can choose my lengths. My camera's pulling that up as white. It's actually blue, so pretty cool layout. My camera's just not picking up all the details. But when I turn on your cruise, it will beam down your Corsair, and you set your lengths, and then it'll do your active driving as far as acceleration and braking. Everything now is wireless, which I like, so it'll connect to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto wirelessly. And then your climate bar will stay up down here. And whatever I touch on, I even like the little burst, the little starburst reaction when you select something. And then your heated and cooled seat option, which I can select. And then you can get into your settings and your apps. I took away a lot of the controls down here. Only the stuff that you'd use a lot, like max defrost, traction. If I want to see my front camera. Got really good angles now too, where I can do my bird's eye view, do 180 degree, and you got the front and rear sensors also when you've got the full camera, which I like. And then your wireless charging pad. You still have your smart charging, even though it'll connect wirelessly. Your ambient lighting. And I like this guy because you've got the ebony seats, but then they kind of use the lighter space gray on your pillars. and on your rest of your interior. Kind of keep it a little bit of a lighter look. Just giving you an overview. Hopefully you like this new layout, and I drive a Corsair myself, and I've been very happy. I'm getting about 28 to 30 miles a gallon. But the new look, and hopefully with the incentives, like I said, 0%, plus they've got some good lease specials, and if you would consider a courtesy vehicle, you're just going to pick up extra savings. Like I said, normally that'll be another $2,000 of original write-down money, so you'd save, you know, close to $3,900, $4,000 on a courtesy vehicle versus non-courtesy. And really that program is limited to 60 to 90 days, and Lincoln tries to keep that mileage around, you know, 4,000 miles or less, so there's not wear and tear on the vehicle. But hopefully we can get together tomorrow. Just give me a call back or text me, 904-334-9889. I do have a large selection. I'm actually over at the mall, kind of in between the dealership and Texas Roadhouse, but should have several still to choose from. Have a great evening. Thanks again. Bye-bye.